What time is it? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter. Oh, it's probably too many peanut butters, huh? I'm just checking if my live stream gave a little notification. Where's my notification, squad? What? I'm silly today, I know. Because did you read what my live says? It is Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. Here in the U.S. of the A, it is Thanksgiving. We give thanks for stealing the lands from the American Indians. Isn't that what this day is about? We give thanks for landing in some place that was always already occupied, claiming it as our own, and stealing it from the American Indians. So happy Thanksgiving! Who's here, Rob? Oh, hi, Pabria's here. Silence is here. Nick Sims is here. Rishi's here. Perry's here. Happy Thanksgiving, Perry. Parakash is here. Who else? Mr. Aquarius is here. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Pabria says, how is Greg? He is doing well. And guess what? Next Wednesday, he's off. And he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be doing the live with me next Wednesday. So come next Wednesday, we'll probably see Allison. Where is she? We'll probably see Allison, and you know who always shows up. So I hope Pabria can come next Wednesday. He don't know it yet, but he'll be here. That's how I do it. That's how we have to do it here. We'll surprise him. What is that? I'm doing well. And then what is, Rishi said, and Mr. Carrie said hi, and Perry always wishes. Look, Perry's the best greeter, I think, on my live streams always. He always spreads the joy and the love. Back in my old church, we used to call it Thanksgiving. Oh, well, that's, you know what? I feel like we need that Thanksgiving more like now than ever for this Thanksgiving, right? Because, well, do they even celebrate Thanksgiving in any other country? I don't even know this. Do they? Well, I know in Canada. So I know this. I know in Canada they have a Thanksgiving, but their Thanksgiving is on a different day. I think it is in October. I knew this before, but the reason I remember it now is because with the COVID's going on, they said like they celebrated Thanksgiving in Canada, and 2 weeks later, all like the COVID cases spiked over there because everybody was visiting family and everything for Thanksgiving. So that's how I remember they just had it. But maybe there is no Thanksgiving in India. So but y'all have, listen, Pabria, y'all have a lot of y'all have like, I feel like every other week there's some kind of festival or something you celebrate there. So y'all don't need a Thanksgiving because you're celebrating something like every day, I feel like, over there. Well, not every day. But then also when your festivals go on like Diwali, we have like one day, Thanksgiving. Then we have like Christmas Day. Y'all will celebrate it for like a week. Y'all don't play around with the parties and the festivals over there. Y'all will celebrate, kind of like, I guess, with Christmas, like they have what the Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah. Isn't that 10 days? They don't give us whole weeks over here for celebrations. We get one day and that's it. They're like, you're done, one day. Y'all get whole weeks over there. So you don't even need a Thanksgiving. Every day you're thinking some kind of festival, right? I'm just happy today because there's no virtual school too. Virtual school is killing me. I know it's not even me, but it's like I told you how it's hard on the kids, the depression. And I really wanted to send them back next semester, which they start back. Their school would start back. I even signed them up to, but I might have to change it. They start back January 20th. So I was waiting till last minute to see how bad cases were and everything. But, Greg too works at a hospital. My husband, Greg, works at a hospital. He's a supervisor there. And last week he came home and told me he was like, the hospital's full. 100% full, every bed taken. Now what they're trying to do, because COVID, but also with like just the regular things happening. So it's both of them, but it's mostly full because of like the COVID. And they're trying to like put in more beds, maybe figure out ways to put more people in rooms together. Like they're doing everything. And then this is the sad part, because it's the staff. He told me this. He said, because he's in radiology, he's a supervisor, does the x-rays, right? He's the supervisor of the Department of Radiology. But what they're going to start doing is, because not only are they short on the beds, it's the medical staff. So it's just the staff and for everything. So they're going to start cross-training people. I don't think they're going to like cross-train them and be nurses and doctors. Like you have to have a degree. But Greg could do that, because Greg, he does CT scans when they inject you with the dye and then do the whole scan. So he knows how to put in IVs and things. But they're going to start cross-training people to work in other areas where they need it. And because that's how crazy it is with the staff. And they're saying nurses have been working 12-hour days, 7 days a week. 7 days a week, 12-hour days for nurses, because they have to. Like, there's nobody to come and relieve them. They're just there. If they left, they would have nobody staff. I already got. Look, I was thinking today. I was all happy Thanksgiving, and then I got on this. But because it's too, like, we have so much to be thankful for. Our health this year, right? Like, I'm thankful I haven't gotten sick of COVID. I haven't gotten any sickness because I haven't been out. I haven't even gotten a little sniffle colds, really. But for our health, our family, those that we love that are still around, but also the people with like our healthcare workers. I mean, there's so much to be thankful for. I'm thankful for too. Greg is a healthcare worker, and they're giving him a little bonus. Not much. I was like, that's all they get. But they're giving like a little here, like, thank you. I think because they don't want everybody to quit, all the healthcare workers, because that's how overloaded they are. I think they're trying to like keep them there, giving them a little bonus, like it's in one check, and it's the middle of December. And I said, see, that's because they want to give a little bonus so people don't leave, because Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and 2 weeks later, that's when they say the cases hit. They're trying to keep them around. I was like, that's what they're doing. Maybe not. I mean, maybe they are just giving thanks. I think every day, I tell Greg, I'm like, thanks for doing all you do. And it's nerve wracking because he's in the hospital around these COVID patients and stuff. With as bad as cases are here, we have a 25% positivity rate. I don't know if y'all go where you're at, if you like look at the positivity rates. 25%. I might have talked about this before. I didn't know what it meant either till I looked it up, and I was like, what is a high percentage? And I read it, and it said a high percentage is 5%. And I was like, we got 5 times more than the high percentage? That's how bad it is here. And you know what happened? Let me get this off my chest so then I can give thanks, okay? I got to get this off my chest because it bothered me. Yesterday, the school district, which my kids are in virtual school, so they're not in school, but they have in-school classes, but they're in virtual school now, so I don't have to worry about it, but it still gets my blood boiling. Because yesterday they said all the COVID, the hospitals are full. COVID's 25% rate. Right in my neighborhood, my zip code, like right in this neighborhood, 25%. Then the school sent out a thing, and they were like, we have some, the COVID guidelines. We adjusted because the governor did his little thing and passed, lesser restrictions. So our new guidelines at the school, if your kid comes in contact with COVID, like a COVID positive person, if they have even close contact, but they're wearing a mask, they don't have to quarantine if they don't have symptoms. Well, they called it a modified quarantine. They said they can't quarantine, they can't go outside their home to like stores and stuff, but they can still come to school to pass it around because they don't care about passing it around school. Does that even make sense? I just got to get this off my chest to give thanks after, right? But I was like, y'all just trying to spread it in the schools or something. What are you doing? I don't get it. Modified. You're too exposed that you might get COVID to go anywhere else, but you can come to school, because if you come to school, you won't get it. I don't understand the reasoning of this. I'm just waiting for the day Biden is up in the office, and he needs to, from day one, start just countrywide. This is the guidelines we're going to do. For schools, this is what they're going to do. This is for places, because my area still don't have mask mandates. Still not required to have a mask. Some stores you go into, require masks, but public areas, still not a requirement. Restaurants are open still, unless the restaurant has their own requirement. Still none. They got signs everywhere, wear a mask. I'm like, well, what? You're trying to tell people everywhere, wear a mask, wear a mask. But then you won't mandate it. All right. That's all I got. That was off my chest. Let's go back to giving thanks. Let's catch up on the comments. We're going back to giving thanks. And I know I'm probably far behind. I was going to try to keep up with the comments today, too. And now I'm behind. I'm not too far behind, though, am I? Happy Thanksgiving. Priya said happy Thanksgiving. Oh, who's somebody out there walking? It's cold, too. Back in my old church, we used to call, that's why I think I left off, Thanks Living, because Mr. Curious got me on the thankful for living this year. Please send I will, Pabria, to Greg and Tessa and Aunt. I will. Hope you have a one. Oh, thank you, Perry. Thank you, Perry. I'm sure this is the part where we say to you what we're thankful for. We should do. Now that I got that off my chest, I'm going to go through the comments, and we should. Tell me things you're thankful for so I can read them. We got to make this positive. This is Thanksgiving Day chat. This is Giving Thanks chat. When I get to your comments, I want to hear things you're thankful for. So say them now while I catch up on the comments. Hi, Shrivets. Parakeesh. I'm good. There is no thing. Oh, yeah. That's where I left off with Pabrice. There's a massive flood. Really, Shrivets, here in Chennai, India? Part of Tamil Nadu. Please pray for us. It's got bad to such an extent that they started releasing water. Oh, I will. Shrivets, I will send my prayers to you. And you say Chennai, India? I want to say it right in my prayers. So let me, Chennai. Number 1 is Chennai. Number 2 is Chennai. Did I say any of those right? I'm sending my love and prayers to y'all, though. That's scary. I just watched a movie. What was it called? The Impossible? It was about like Thailand. They had like a typhoon. It was a pretty good movie. I've been watching a lot of movies lately. India has banned more than 43 Chinese apps now. Wow. I didn't even know they had that many apps. What other? Because I know the WhatsApp, that was the TikTok and the WhatsApp. Those were like the popular ones. But I didn't know they had like that many, the real popular ones. Happy. Thank you, Rushik. I think I said that right. Well, I'm not really sure if we have anything. Don't say that, Mr. Carius. I want to hear things you're thankful for. I need to be cheered up after my little rant. We're still alive. There's that. Yes, that's a big one. And the people that are around you and you love are still alive. None of us had COVID yet, so that's another thing. Here in my household, too. Hi, Jamie. Perry spreading all my love to everyone, especially, Perry always, see, Perry, happiness as well, always puts a smile on my face. In India, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but makes up for it. See? That's what I was saying, Shrivats. You got weeks of festivals. You don't need a Thanksgiving. We get one day. First, I congratulate you for Joe victory. Oh, thank you, Psalms. Or says. Thank you. He keeps on winning too, don't he? I want to say that because Trump it's a joke on Twitter, right? Because like he'll fight someplace, like he was just fought Michigan, and like Georgia was another one, and then they'll claim it again for Biden, and then it'll be a joke on Twitter. Oh, Biden wins Michigan again, like a second time, the same election, or Georgia, he won it again because Trump keeps trying to fight it and overturn stuff. getting people's votes undeclared so he can try to steal it, and it ain't working. Which, I mean, is a good. This is just seeing what's going on. Shows us that at least something in our democracy is still staying strong and true to it. And with the people vote, that's who we put in. At least something is still holding strong in this democracy. I'm feeling good, Jamie. Thank you. After I got that little rant off my chest, and Tejas is here. The animal. Hi, animal. And I lost it. This is what happens when I get too far behind on comments. I lose my spots. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you, Rajiv. Pragisha, hi. And January's second wave of COVID is going to come in India. So government is planning for lockdown before next wave comes. I mean, this is when we knew our wave was coming. This is the flu season. Like what we're going through now is the beginning of our regular just flu season where we have tons of sickness anyway. So this is what they were always saying. This is going to be the big one that we're going through now. And it's just starting. That's what's scary. We're hospitals 100% and it's just beginning. People better get it together. TJ, they want to know, is that information true? January. Because, here it's like the weather. It goes by the weather here. So when it gets cold, when the weather gets cold and everybody's inside and in a closed area, breathing the COVID air, I guess, that's when the flu season hits here. Very relieved that yes, Rajiv, President of the United States. How is Joe Biden doing? Is he doing something for COVID? Thank you for coming, chatting with us every Wednesday, TJ. Well, TJ, he's president-elect, so he can't do anything yet. He is January 20th, it was when he comes in office, but Trump is even stopping him. Like, there's supposed to be things that happen before he gets in office, right? They're supposed to start briefing him on our national security issues, and they're supposed to give him privy to all this information, and he can start planning and working with the cabinet so he's starting to build his own cabinet. He's been on TV announcing people that he picks for certain departments and this and that. So he's been doing that, but they're supposed the people he picks supposed to start working with the administration that's already in the White House and start planning for change and everything. But they had blocked it. Like Trump wouldn't do it. They had totally blocked it, was putting it off. And it wasn't until I think yesterday that they finally come out and said, okay, we'll start working with him a little bit. So he hasn't been able to do much. I know, but for what he has had privy to, that's what I'm saying. He's done, has web pages. Oh, I was watching the news last night. They said he has these web pages for the COVID, his own web pages. And he had this one, I wish I remember the name of it, because what they said it was, they were tricky. I wouldn't say tricky, but clever in a way that he had this web page made, especially the one about COVID. And then if you go into I'm not a tech person. I'm not. But if you go into the script, if you go and you can read the script of that page, right? The web script, that in there it was embedded. It says in this big bold, wear a mask. So they were like, oh, that's clever. I guess that's what he's been busy doing since they don't give him much information to start working with. He's been making web pages with little tricky, clever messaging in it. I was like, is that subliminal message? When they put wear a mask into the script that you can see it? Is that when they say subliminal messages when you listen to music and then they'll put a message in there that gets subliminally, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that was a subliminal message in the script. We're on his page and we're like, oh, I better put my mask on. I don't know why. I'm here by myself just reading this webpage. I'm wearing my mask. I'm silly today. I'm silly every day, though. Y'all know that. Number one. Uh-oh. I just said, wait there. Shrivat's one. Oh, now I'm trying to remember what number one was. What was number one? Oh, no. I know when you talk about Chennai. Was it Chennai? I needed to remember which one it was. I think it's Chennai. I think it was Chennai, India. I'm praying for Chennai. Praying for y'all. And the floods are, I mean, scary. I'm from New Orleans. Y'all heard of New Orleans, Louisiana? The Hurricane Katrina. So it's like hundreds of feet, under sea level. So we're it's protected by levees and these engineering wall systems that keep the water out because it's like a bowl. Like the whole city of New Orleans is like a bowl, and when it rains, it fills up. Right? That's how much is below sea level. So where I'm from, there's levees to keep water out. There's huge walls, reservoir. And when hurricanes hit, y'all know Katrina. It wasn't the hurricane itself that did all that devastation. It was the flooding and these levees breaking and water rushing through and pretty much flooding the areas and killing. So that's what I'm saying. I know how scary, having been grown up in that area. I know how scary a flood could be. So I'm definitely Chennai. Definitely praying for Chennai. I can't believe I said number one or two, and then I forget which one it was. Y'all, well, I do. Y'all probably like, that's Amanda. I forgot which one it was. I think it's Chennai. Pretty sure. I'm starting to run out of things to be thankful for. Don't say that, Mr. Carius. This might be harder. Rupam's here. Thank you for praying. That's right when I saw your name, Rupam. That's exactly when I was in good health. Oh, and his health isn't. Oh, Rupam, I'm going to continue praying for his health too. Chennai, India with the flooding, and Rupam's grandfather. Let's all keep them in our prayers for continued improvement. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it, Rupam. I'm so glad to hear it because you told me like the last thing, and then I didn't get to like ask anything. So everybody that was here knows I was worried. See, teachers, we're so glad to hear it. It's scary. My cousin got the COVID, and the saddest part to hear that she told me, she was like, you don't know. She's like, when I got COVID, I started getting all my important paperwork out, my wills, like all the stuff, putting it and organize it for if I pass. Like that's the stuff you do. Just getting a test positive back. Like you automatically feel like it could be a death sentence, right? Like it's scary. So I'm so glad to hear it, I'm so glad to hear it. And right there, another thing for us to be thankful for. Mr. Carey, you're running out of things. Be thankful for those who've had it and recovered because it's one of those things. It's like a toss of a coin, it feels like. Please write to Akshay Kumar Evolution, which I was going to tell you, Prabria. Remember last week I wanted to watch the Laxam Bomb and the Tanhaj, there was the Unsung Warrior. And y'all were like, oh, it's on the Amazon and not mine. It might have been, or y'all told me it was one. Whatever you told me, I went and looked right after. Not there. I can't even buy it to watch it. What is it? The Akshay Laxam was not Laxam Bomb anyway. It's just Laxam or something like that. I cannot order it. It don't even give me the option to order it or view it or nothing. And I feel like, I know some people were like, oh, I can send you the video, but I won't be able, like, if it doesn't have English subtitles, like some of those videos, I won't be able to watch it. I don't understand. I don't know. I can't even say the Chennai or the Chennai, right? Like I won't be able to watch it if I don't have English subtitles. So that's why I can't always get all the copies. And I guess maybe that's why we don't have an option over here because maybe it doesn't have subtitles. I don't know, but I was upset. I was like, because I was all excited. You're like, oh, it's on the air. So I went right there and nowhere to be found. I don't know why they do this to us. Why can't they just have it available worldwide? I know the language difference, but is it really that hard to put the subtitles in something? I don't know. Ted here making a cameo guest appearance. Well, thanks, Ted. Cameo. Guest appearance from Ted. Did someone pay? Because I know Cameo is that app. Is that a Chinese app? Is that one of those the Chinese apps that's banned? The Cameos? Because it's an app I signed up for it as a joke one time. And then people started requesting me to make videos, like to give them shout outs. So I did a couple, but then sometimes they get a little like, you're like, that's a strange request. You know, they want you to talk about something. You don't know nothing about it. So I was like, And then sometimes I'm busy. But also I feel weird because you pay people to like give you a shout out on those Cameo apps. Like I put like five, it wasn't much, like $5 or whatever. But I'm like, I feel weird just getting to tell people hi and them paying me $5 to tell them hi. That's weird. Instead, I would just rather do it on my own, which I mean, I do like on Twitter. I felt so good this week because it was somebody, it was Brandon. Brandon, I don't even know if he's here, but his name was Brandon on Twitter, and he was like, "It's my birthday." It was the day after my birthday too. Or maybe it wasn't the day after. Because when was my birthday? Oh no, my birthday was last week, right? Yeah, so it was like the day after, or like a couple days after. He said his birthday, maybe a few days after, because I just remember I was like, "Oh, it's just my birthday too." And he's like, "Oh, it would be so glad if you gave me a shout out on one of your videos for my birthday." So you know what I did? I just made a quick little clip, wishing Brandon happy birthday, sent him on Twitter, and he was like crying. He was like crying, and I was like, "Ah, see, that's the kind of stuff you want to do, not get paid $5 to do it. I mean, that's not that special, right? Like, here's a shout out telling you happy birthday, but I got paid $5 to do it. Like, y'all know I feel weird about that stuff anyway. Even when people donate, I'm like, oh no, save your money, right? It's hard times. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to talk to y'all. I don't make really, especially live streams, money off that. So I feel weird people doing that. I'm here because I enjoy talking to y'all. And it's just, I always say this, it's just as enjoyable for me to come chat with y'all as it is you all being here. So, like, to get someone tell you to get paid money for that, I'm like, no, I want to do it at the kindness of my heart. And I would think that would make it more special if people do it at, wish you happy birthday out of the kindness of your heart than to just pay you $5 to do it. Or some of those that are more famous. I don't know who's more famous than me. No, I'm kidding. But like real like actors and stuff, they're on there and they charge hundreds of dollars, some of them, to tell you hi. I was like, I wouldn't pay no hundreds of dollars. Maybe Rittic. No, because it wouldn't be special. Even if someone bought me Rittic to give me a shout out and it was on Cameo and I knew they paid hundreds of dollars, I would be like, that's not special. That he had to be paid to tell me hi? I don't sell myself very good, I guess. I guess this is how people make money doing this. This is why I don't, because I don't sell myself. But I just don't feel like that is genuine. Like, if Rittic sent me a Cameo and I knew somebody paid him to tell me hi, I would not be as happy. Maybe if he took his shirt off. No, I didn't say that. But y'all know what I mean. It doesn't seem as genuine and special if you have to be paid. I get on my rants. I got things. This is what's bottled up in my head all week because I'm isolated in the house with just kids. Then I come on this Wednesday. That's what I said. As much as me, this is for me. As much as it is for you to come and just chat and have a connection to. Not that's why I said come and chat with y'all is not even a connection to the outside world and people talk to, but like the not even the neighborhood or even our country here, right? Mr. Acarius will say it all the time. It's our connection to like the entire world because people come on here all around the world and I love it. I love it. Something else. I'm still in contact with some former friends on Facebook. Another blessing. Things to be thankful for. Yeah. I mean, think if we didn't have social media during all this COVID stuff and pandemics. I mean, they had a pandemic, what, 1912 or 1918? I think it's 1918. I think that's what they had what, the Spanish flu pandemic, and they didn't have technology like this. Like they had to quarantine and they had to just stay in the house away from anybody with no connection to the outside world, right? A lot of them wore masks. And I was reading something when the plague was around. I mean, that's way back in the day. That's old school. But like I read something though that King Henry VIII of England, when the plague was going around, like he locked himself in a room for like a year, just him. I was like, that's probably why he went a little crazy, because I'm locked in the house, isolated with all this technology, couldn't talk to anybody, and I'm still going a little crazy sometimes. Think of not having all this and social medias and stuff during this time. I'd really be going crazy. My kids too. Like at least now, like they don't get to hang out with friends, but they have their devices, and oh, my daughter's always on the FaceTime with the cousins and friends and stuff. So I'm like, this is yes, Mr. Karras, thankful to have the social media and the technology that we can connect with people during, especially during this time. Wouldn't people say before the COVID, like, oh, technology is ruining society, some of that, or social media, because they're always on their phone. They'd rather talk to people on the phone than in person. Now it's a blessing. Right now it's a blessing during this time because that's all we can talk to is the people on our phone. Happy Thanksgiving, Andre. Ted said, I am thankful that you all have me in your life. Ted, I'm thankful for Ted's confidence. That's some confidence there. He's making a cameo telling us hi, and he's thankful that we have him in his life. I'm thankful for Ted's confidence. Steve Ray, hi. Tomorrow, just the 26th, 11 will be 20th anniversary for terrorist attacks 11/26/2008. I don't know about those. I mean, wait, are they making a movie about it? I might have seen something because I saw like a little clip of the terrorists that they're making a movie out of it recently, and I'm trying to think of the name. I think it was the name of the movie was the place the attacks occurred. Y'all know I can't remember names. I can't remember. Chennai. I think that's right. I never celebrated Thanksgiving because I lived in UK. It's a bit different over here. But Jamie, do they have a Thanksgiving, any kind of Thanksgiving like celebration? Because I know in Canada they have. It's not during the same time as ours, but there is like a Thanksgiving. They have their own. I just wondered if like UK had their own. And Jamie, since you're UK, well, all my people here, I know y'all like pay attention to the British, right? But like even my people in India, because y'all were owned by Britain, so I know I wouldn't say owned, but for a long time, right? They controlled the area, and y'all fought against them. I think just like us, right? That y'all have fights to be freed, just like we're always having fights over there with the Britain, with the UK, aren't we? To get free, U.S. is fighting them. I know in India they had the wars with them. That's probably why we know all this stuff, like the Queen and I'm obsessed with like watching all the shows with it. The Royals. You know, I watched The Crown season 4 recently. I love it when Princess Diana was in it. I love keeping up with the royals. But then now we have Prince Harry that married Meghan, who's from here, and they moved here, right? On Twitter today. I saw that Meghan. What do they call her now? Duchess of something. Duchess Meghan. That's what we just call her Meghan over here. We don't even Harry. We hardly even say the prince with it. We're just like, Harry. But on Twitter, they said she suffered a miscarriage in July. Didn't even know, but she wrote about it. It was trending on Twitter today, and it just got me thinking because he said like the UK, but that she suffered a miscarriage in July. And she's writing about it because like it happens. And I know even with the Christy Teigen and what's his name, John Legend, like they suffered one this year too. That's 2020. I think with all the stress going on too, it's hard on people's health. I bet what Christy Teigen, John Lennon, and then Megan and them suffered a miscarriage. I bet it's just a lot of stress. Especially, can you imagine? Well, I know some men can't imagine being pregnant. I was gonna say, can you imagine being pregnant? Like now, I bet it's hard for some people to imagine it. But to be pregnant during like the pandemic also, because I remember I was pregnant. You have to go to doctor's appointments all the time. Like, and especially I was going like every week, like the last couple months, and going to any kind of place. During this time, especially a doctor's office got to be nerve-wracking with the COVID going around, right? But also when I was pregnant, like I wouldn't drink coffee. I was like, oh no, it's bad to drink coffee. Everything you ingest, it goes to your baby, and you're like, oh, I can't do that, So just like with COVID, you're probably even more anxious to even get it being pregnant because you don't know how it's going to affect your baby. So it must be extra stressful to be pregnant during this time. Can't imagine, but it's sad to hear that loss. What is here? Also flu season and storms. Steve Ray said, "Where you live, Steve Ray? Someone on this chat might have a crush on you. Would you consider something to be thankful for? That people have a crush on me?" There's Ted. There's Ted. I have a crush on Ted. Ted, do you make your own cameos? I feel like Ted. I shouldn't be mean to Ted, but you listen. I know Ted ain't gonna find this mean because that's the confidence Ted has. Even if I mess with him, he knows he has the confidence. I love that though. I love I can mess with somebody and they don't take it to heart because they have that confidence that we know it's just playing around. But Ted, do you have a cameo? He came on with his cameo little comment. I can see Ted having a cameo, and then you make yourself videos with it. You make yourself videos, Ted. Do you talk? He's like, Ted, you looking good this morning, Ted. I like Ted. Me and Ted would get along. I just know that. If someone had a crush on me, I guess I would be thankful for that. Then I'm still attractive. I mean, I'm with Ted though. I have the confidence too. I'm like, I'll look in the mirror. I shouldn't say this because this might seem like too much of a big head, right? But I'll like look in the mirror sometimes and I'll second glance it. I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, oh, I look cute. Don't y'all do that? Is it just me? Like, even sometimes I pass myself in the reflection of like a window and I'll be like, oh, I'm not feeling too cute now. Because quarantine's getting me in different ways. I told y'all my booty's getting big during quarantine. And I was like, I need to watch it. Because I don't want to, I still like a big booty, whatever, but I'm like, I got to be able to fit in my clothes and look cute. I'm not buying on new clothes just because it got bigger. No, that's why this is always my motivation to like stay on at a certain weight is because I don't want to have to buy new clothes, So I'm like quarantine. And it's not because I eat a lot. Oh, well, sweets I do. Chocolate and sweets I do. But not any more than normal. I haven't really eaten anything more than normal, but it's just the inactivity that's got me at least. Because y'all know I would always be on the run, right? I'd be traveling here and traveling there and doing this and doing that. I'd always be active. But the quarantine, it's the inactivity that's got me. And I don't like exercise. I don't like it. It's torture. Somebody exercise and I'll be like, no, I don't want to exercise. I don't like exercising. It's not fun. Maybe exercising was fun, but I never found. I like yoga just because it relaxes me and I get anxiety and it's peaceful. But still, I wouldn't say, oh, yoga's so fun. No, like it's not fun. If they make exercising fun, maybe I'll do it. But that's where the booty's coming in. It's just the inactivity for me. That's why I'm like, we need to get out. I need to get moving again and traveling. Because I'm one of those want to go. If I'm at home, you know what I do? I'll work. Like I do have a bit like a workaholic. I'm on my site doing reviews, watching movies. I mean, that's what I do. You don't know how many movies I've been watching this past week. I watched everything. I ran out of stuff. That's why I'm telling y'all. I'm like, I want to watch that this and that, like, because I run out of movies. Watch them all and then write about it. So that's what I'll do. If I'm home, I'll work. But my work consists of me sitting down and not being active. Ted makes his own cameos. I bet y'all. I bet Ted makes his own cameos. I hope Ted's still around. Where is he at? Oh, I gotta catch up on the comments. Where am I at? I'm gonna go faster. I promise. I'm way too far behind. Oh, I see Terrence is here. Oh, I gotta catch up. Where is it at? Oh, this is bad. All right, let me go real fast. My request, Arthav, the 29th anniversary, a beautiful movie song. Are you in my Facebook group? That's where I really go and look for those. And I know they have this one girl that's in there that always requesting. And people get mad because I saw somebody, she read a request and I was like, I guess they don't like that song because they kept giving her mean faces. I think it might be Steve Ray. Oh, Steve Ray has a crush on me? And there's Terrence. Terrence says right. Going to eat a lot of food soon. Destroy Thanksgiving. Terrence is hungry. Terrence is always hungry. He always comes up in the chat, getting me hungry, talking about pancakes sometimes. Remember from your last live stream, you're talking about bad baby Yoda. So you should be thankful you didn't adopt adopt baby Yoda. But my kids can be bad like that too. My son. Try to virtual school my son. Oh. I don't know how teachers do it. This holiday is about Terrence eating and getting stronger. You're looking so cute. I miss your groovy. Oh, you can go back and watch it when it uploads. Peanut butter jelly. I'm thankful that my mother wasn't a Jedi. Humans better stay away. Oh, Terrence, listen. I'm not sharing any food. I need all the food. How have you been? I'm good, Terrence. It's good to see you. You get me hungry. But listen, I got my turkey out thawing. We're not going anywhere for Thanksgiving. I mean, COVID. They say stay home. Not even going to see my mom or none of them. We're cooking just right here for my husband and 2 kids, but we're still going to make a big, huge meal. So we'll have lots of leftovers. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, bread. I didn't get any, but I have a lot of fruit. Maybe some pies. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. We'll be cooking all day and watching the football games because they got the football games out. Hi, Andara. I'm not cutting out anything. Vicky's here. I heard again there's lockdown in U.S. at some places. Some. I mean, that's the thing. We have nothing national going on. Nothing's going to be solved because you can't. We are states. If you have your own city, look at my state. The state, you see, y'all going to get me started on my rants on COVID. I'll say it real quick. The state, though, doesn't have a mask mandate. But the cities within the state, a lot of them do. Right across the river, they got mask mandates. Over here, got mask mandates. Over there. But we don't. So what does that mean? We can still travel over there, give them the COVID. They can still come over here to not wear the mask and spread it. So it doesn't do no good just to have this little place mask, this little place. It's not going to do any good unless it's all around. Unless you build walls around each little state or little city and don't let nobody through. And this is Thankful Day. Not too many rants, but I had to talk about that. Trinity, hi. Maybe it just depends on your health. Terrence is not afraid of no virus. Being afraid, it ain't about being afraid. It's about being smart. like there's people like, oh, fear monger, I ain't afraid. I ain't wearing no mask. That's not being afraid you're not wearing a mask because you're afraid of the virus. You're wearing a mask because you know you're smart enough to know this is a virus that spreads easily and easily kills a lot of people. Might not be you, might not get you sick, but you can get it and spread it to people that will get sick. And I wouldn't want none of that. Wouldn't want none of that on my conscience, you know? It's just that during Thanksgiving, we eat a lot. And Thanksgiving is a rare opportunity for all of us to eat whatever we want and not care. For Thanksgiving, my wife is making bread using her. Oh, I ain't even. No wonder that comment was hidden. That was nasty. I ain't even going to repeat it. We're going to just keep on going. I'm glad YouTube hides stuff like that. When you say New Orleans, I'll see it out. That's how far behind. I recollect JFF assassination where New Orleans conspiracy is mentioned. Oh, I don't remember New Orleans because that happened in Dallas, Texas, the assassination. But, I have to go back. I even wrote a paper about the assassination when I was in high school, and I don't even remember. And I'm from New Orleans, and I don't even remember it mentioning about a New Orleans conspiracy. Look at him. He ate 4 waffles, bacon, 4 sausages, 2. That's more than I eat, Terrence, and probably 3 days. You could put that right there is more than I eat in like 3 days. And then OJ, you pronounce it right. Chennai. I think I got it now. Actually, got flopped. Oh, it flopped. That's because it didn't come. I feel like everything coming out now is flopped. Where Terrence is still here. Did you like Wonder Woman? Y'all saw that? Wonder Woman's coming to HBO Max. And is it Christmas Day? Is it that when it's gonna come? I think they're doing like a dual release, right? They're going to release it in theaters, but it'll lose because movies, especially ones that go in the theaters, are all going to lose money. They're all, and then they don't make the money that they would in the like streaming that they would in the theaters. Like they can't make their money back that way. So I feel like they're all going to lose. But did it get bad reviews too? I didn't hear about that. I just wanted to watch it. I like action. What are you making for Thanksgiving? I already answered. Turkey, mashed potatoes. We're gonna have probably some kind of green, maybe some green beans, bread. I like the bread. That's why. See, and that's kind of me. I could skip the dinner and just eat the pies. I love dessert and carbs. I do. I was trying to share with Gmail, but I'm sorry I failed. But Pabria, I don't think if he's still here, I don't think it's gonna matter because it won't have the subtitles and I won't know what they say. It won't matter. I know, but thank you so much for trying. I know Pabria was trying. Thanks so much, but I don't think it's gonna matter. React on Chennai Express trailer and songs is such a good comedy action movie. So, oh, really? And it's about there. When you say New Orleans, oh, he says, oh, that was a double comment. I was like, didn't I just read that comment? Rajiv? Have you ever ate Wada Paw? Super delicious street food. No, I never even heard of it. Wada Paw. Looks like a burger, but different. Does it have beef in it or some kind of meat? Andrew, hey, busy working right now, but thank you for dropping in. Happy Thanksgiving. He probably left. But if you do, are around, Andrew, thank you and happy Thanksgiving to you. Right on SRK Dubai tourism. Oh, I feel like I've been doing a lot of tourism ones too. I love doing those. I even did what it was it was the 10 lies about India video I did recently, which I knew. Like I was like, this ain't telling me nothing I didn't know. They ain't telling me nothing I didn't know. One of my favorite friends, Amanda, one of my favorite friends, a few years back, she wanted me to be. Dang, Terrence, that's your friend? I think she had a crush on you, one of those. I would have done it, but she didn't have any protein shakes. I think she had a little crush, Terrence. Andrew Age, not only she appreciates that, but I do too. Oh, Mr. Carius. A lot of humans know my boy Terrence. If someone paid Scarlett Johansson to talk to me, I'd take that. Believe it or not, I do believe Terrence is somebody to be thankful for. So he is. All my peeps here that come. Even with Ted, wherever Ted is, I was thankful we got a little, even when I wasn't thankful for that dirty comment I made. Okay. Not that, that's the only thing that today I'm not thankful for, that dirty comment. But even Ted coming through, making his little jokes and we can laugh at it, and Terrence stopping in with his muscles. I love you too, Perry. One must be strong and get through anything. You look like my mom with 2 hair. Oh, this is my quarantine look. I was like, if I'm gonna have a quarantine look, I had to pick it. And this is my quarantine look with the little braids. That's what I like doing for the quarantine. You have to have a signature quarantine look. And it's usually I have a few like this that I wear. Because they're like the most comfortable and they're warm and I'm always cold. So I bought like 3. Isn't that good? I'm weird like that. I bought like 3 and I wear them like every day almost. Well, at least 3 times a week. And I don't wear it when I go out. Like if I have to go out the house, I'll change and put on stuff. But this is like my favorite thing ever, this right here. And it's longer, but it has like the longer sleeves, but not too long of a sleeves because then I'll get hot. So it's like the middle. And I have 3 of them, all the same color because that's all they have. I'll do that. If I like something, I'll buy like 3 because it ain't gonna last forever. You need backups. Kabajiga movie made Hrithik popular worldwide. Oh, this movie was very popular in foreign countries. Starring SRK and Karina. Hrithik best looks. Oh, he just remind me of that later. Remind me of that. Your boy's man. I know, Terrence. You were gonna be my He's gonna be my bodyguard when I got famous and do my world tour. Remember, Terrence was gonna come around and do my world tour. and be my bodyguard. I don't believe in no blessings, but I believe you should believe in. You should thank Terrence. Terrence, he's my bodyguard. I'm gonna be getting on him with stuff. We're gonna be thankful for stuff, Terrence, and blessings. His celebrity crush is Scarlett Johansson. I don't do crushes. Okay, just looks good to be down with her hammer. Here, look at him. I don't do crushes, but she sure look good at her hammer and this. Don't do. We ain't fooling. We got Terrence's number. He ain't fooling us. I don't do crushes. I'm too cool for that. But Scarlett Johansson, we know you ain't fooling us, Terrence. Terrence ain't fooling us. But Hardy was happy for her jail. Speaking of which, we actually lift in the comics. Oh, it's lovely down here in the UK. Didn't you all though get on I thought they were doing a lockdown there too. The terrorist movie was 2611 and it's already made. See, I kind of remember that was it then. The 2611. I just remember they had a trailer, but like you said, it was probably already out that I reacted to, but it was probably almost a year ago. That's how time just seem to get away from you these days. I don't even know what day it is. Wednesday. I know it's Wednesday because that's my life. But I can't believe it's already November is already over. Didn't it just begin? Didn't my birthday, I remember I was November 1st, my birthday month, and now it's got 5 more days to November. War's a terrible human concept. Humans should, I know. I'm with you, babe. I'm with you on that one, War. Let's not have it. She-Ra! No one ever keeps up with her. People keep up with, wait, do you not see my She-Ra right there? Mr. Carius, right? You see She-Ra? Right there. Buy my pimp cup. That's my girl She-Ra. We're with it. Mr. Carius knows. Hi, David from Snowy. Oh, is it snowing there? It's always snowing. That's why when I was like, if Trump gets reelected, I'm going to Canada. I was like, I can't do that cold. I can't. My friend, she lives in Newfoundland. No, you don't say it like that. Newfoundland? But it looks like Newfoundland on it, but it's like Newfoundland. And that's way up there. That's like the North Pole almost, right? She's like, come here. Come to Canada. We have the, healthcare and this and that. And if it gets too bad there, because she was worried about and I was like, and I thought about it and I was like, and she's like, it's already snowing. Look at all the snow. And I was like, out. I can't do all that. I don't like the cold. Even in my house, in my favorite little thing that I have 3 of, and it's super warm. I wear this in the summertime and I'm still like, oh, it's chilly because I got the anemia. It always makes me cold. What is your favorite thing on Disney Plus? Mandalorian. Easy question. Mandalorian, hands down. Hands down the Mandalorian. If I had to pick another, well, I mean, there's some that haven't come out that I really like that the new little, because I love my Disney movies. And they have some good ones that are going to be coming out. Godmothered, coming out next week. And it's a good one. And it's got the girl, Isla Fisher. She's married to the Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen. That girl, she's in it. So that's a good one. Soul, I didn't really like Soul that much. It was all right. The new Soul Pixar movie, that's coming out Christmas on Disney Plus. It was all right. But for a Pixar movie, that's Toy Story, those kind of movies. So for Soul, I was like, this is a Pixar movie? What was the newest Soul movie, or the newest Pixar movie that came out? Why can't I remember it? What was the newest? It was Soul that came out this year. What was it? Look, I'm going to have to look at the updated comments. Oh, it's going to bother me. It's going to bother me. There was another movie for Pixar. Nobody knows? Nobody can help me with this? I'm over here looking. This is going to bother me. I'll keep looking. Wait, still, Mr. Carius, you don't know? I'm looking at the updated comments. I forgot I have my updated comments over here. I remember it was better. I was like, this is really good. And I wasn't expecting it to be good. And so I was like, then when they were saying Soul came out, I was like, oh, well, maybe this is one I didn't think would be that good, but maybe it'll surprise me. It wasn't. Nobody knows what it is. I'm looking over there, nobody knows. But it came what was it? Because they had Mulan was another one that was supposed to come out in March, right? In the end of March, but then it was delayed. And then Soul. See, they're just saying Soul didn't have soul. I mean, he did. He had soul. He was a little jazz player and stuff. But the story, because you would think it, I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away for y'all. But the story I thought it was going to be was totally not it. Like it was one of those I was like, I didn't think this movie was going to take that direction. I didn't think it was. Nobody knows what other movie. Am I going to have to Google this? Pixar movies. I'm not dreaming this, am I? All right, I gotta look this up. Y'all gonna make Pixar movies 2020. Can't see my questions. Oh, Mohammed, I'll look too. Was it just? Oh, no, I guess it was. Was it Onward? Oh, that's what it was. Why am I saying it was the Disney Plus? Well, it is on the Disney Plus, but that was the Pixar movie before this, Onward, which I wasn't excited about that one. I was probably more excited about Soul than Onward. But then when I watched Onward, I was like, oh, I loved Onward. And so that's what made me think, I was like, oh, maybe Soul will be good. Because I wasn't that, but maybe Soul will be better than I thought. And then I was like, no, it's not. I don't want to give y'all hopes up because I'm sure. Yeah, see, Onward I really liked. And I was like, well, of course, too, it's got the Tom Holland and Chris Pratt's voicing and everything. But I really liked Onward. And I wasn't even that excited about it. I was like, really liked it. Soul, I liked when I saw it just from the trailers. I was like, oh, Soul looks a little better than that. Didn't like it. Black Widow picked up. Oh, he's talking about his Scarlett Johansson, and he says he don't have a crush. A few days ago, Akshay said why people go to pilgrims and big temples and waste lots of money. God is everywhere, so people can help a needed person and see God in them, and it's not just going to. Oh, I agree, and that's why too. I was arguing. I shouldn't be arguing, but they had. I was sometimes, I'll get. This is what happens, and I shouldn't do it. It's probably not nice, but I'll get fired up about just things that's going on. Y'all see me? I get fired up and go on my rants. And sometimes I'll get fired up about what everything that's going on and COVID and stuff. And then I'll go and read news articles. And then they always have the comments and people just going saying just ridiculous stuff in the comments, right? And they had a lady talking about, why can't churches be open? Blah, blah, blah. We need to pray God and we need to worship God and y'all aren't letting us go to church and this and that. And I'm like, you don't need it. Same thing I was going to say, Vicki. I'm like, who says if you're God, you can only worship him in church? That don't seem like a very good. I'm just saying that don't seem like if that's the only place you can worship God is in a building, that one building, the only place. How can you even say he's all around you or anything or he guides me through life or anything? I would feel like religion and God, you should be able to worship him anywhere, right? You could be in the bathroom worshiping. You don't need a building. I'm with you on that, Vicki. I'm with you on that. And I don't agree with Vicki about everything. Or at least with Akshay. But she said it, so I feel like she agrees with it too. Jane Foster was one who ended up being new Thor. Oh, they talking about the Thor. Oh, Terrence always looks good. If someone has a crush on me, he's going to flex his muscles. What's he going to give the smash? What kind of Hulk smash? I don't even know about these words. Being human is Salman Khan's chair. Oh, really? Does Terrence donate to it? Terrence, look. Being human. This charity has made Salman Khan a megastar. Really, a Bollywood. The charity has? Interesting. Oh, see, Jamie asking about souls. I hope I didn't ruin it. Jamie, I hope I didn't ruin that for you. Because listen, that's just my opinion with the soul, the movie. Jamie, I hope somebody was. That's why I'm far behind. Were they spamming the chats? I lost my. Oh, there it is. I hope, Jamie. I hope I didn't ruin the soul for you. Still, you might enjoy it. For me, I just had higher expectations for it, and then I think after I watched it, I was a little let down because I totally thought it was gonna be another movie, and then they just took me for a loop on this whole different other path, and I didn't like it, and I got bored a little. Amanda, I'll help you work out. I don't like work. That's the problem, Terrence. I don't like to work out, not at all. That a person gave him a befitting reply that I have spent 2 to 4K hours watching Akshay movies. So now I'll help a needy person and will watch Akshay. And what was their reply? Then a person gave him befitting reply. Oh, that was their reply? Was it that I spent 2 to 4K hours while watching Akshay movies? So now I'll need a needy person and will watch Akshay and if. I think that was but I didn't understand the if. My favorite is Wii yoga. Now I used to do the Wii sometimes. I don't know if it gave me a good workout though. I don't think your husband would like me walking around without any shirt, just telling your bodyguard. My husband knows that I listen. The only one he might be a little worried about Ritik, but I don't think so because he knows I'm devoted. There ain't nobody that can. I'm telling you, how long we been together? He knows better than me. He remembers that stuff. But my son's 15 and a half. We got married almost exactly like 3 days off the year before that. So that's like almost 17 years. And there ain't nobody that when you with somebody 17 years, they're like a part of you. That's why UPS is here. Oh, I got a package maybe. But they're like, that's why sometimes they call like your partner, your other half, because they're like like after 17 years, every single day, you can almost read their minds half the time. You know when something's bothering them, or if you're around a crowd, like sometimes I can just look at them and if someone says something, knows what he's thinking. You can't just find that kind of connection anywhere. And that's connection from not only like, because we met and we were great friends first. Like he made me laugh, we joked. So we already had that friendship connection. But that connection you build up with someone after 17 years, that just don't come around. That's work. that's blood, sweat, and tears to get through to where the point we're at. Like it was a lot of hard times to get through the point we're at. But now you're at it. You don't just go off on any little hunk and not even Ritik. Couldn't replace him. Another thing to be thankful for, I remember somebody back when I was still going to school, I was in a situation where his wife gave birth on a waterbed. I'm thankful I never went, a waterbed. I wonder if that's more comfortable to give birth on. They didn't have no water beds in the hospital I was at. But I mean, some people get birth like in water, right? They're like in pools and stuff. I think Tessa did that. I think that's what she did for one of her kids. Like I think she had like one of those home birth things. I was like, oh no, I had to be in a hospital. I wanted to be monitored. They had to numb me. I'm a wimp when it comes to pain. I am. I'll admit it. Like I am such a wimp when it comes to pain. Have you ever faced humiliation in your life? If yes, how do you deal with it? I mean, nothing comes to mind where I was super humiliated. Like nothing, but I mean, I have been humiliation to me is like embarrassment. I have been in situations I'm embarrassed. I don't as much listen, as much as I like y'all wouldn't believe this, but as much as I like to chat here with y'all, I do it like or do my videos or be on live streams. I mean, not many people feel comfortable in the camera like that. I've done like cooking shows and the other girl, like, and I love doing it. We called it the Tipsy Cooks, and we would just drink and be silly and mess up cooking foods and stuff. It was fun. But the other girl I did it with, we had to quit because she got like anxious and didn't like being on the camera. So like I know there's a lot of people that do, and it's one of those things. Like I don't think it just comes easy anybody, right? But as much as I like being on the camera, I don't like being like in front of a crowd, like speaking. They say that public speaking is like the biggest. If I'm like standing up and have to give a speech in front of, and I've had it. I mean, I have a master's degree in biochemistry, so I've had to give talks on my research. I've had to give, my thesis presentations and stuff like that. Oh, I would get sick for weeks before weeks. But how did I deal with it? It's all in the mind. Like I would just build myself. Even like right before, I would be so nervous, I'm shaking. Then you start talking, and your voice is shaking. You know what I'm talking about. But this is where I got through it. I said, this is only going to last a few moments of your life. Like in 1 hour, I would say, even when I was like, or that morning, if I had to give a talk in front of that morning, I would say, next week, this will be over with. We'll all forget about it. So what's the point of being nervous now? It's going to be a little blip in your life that you're just going to look back and like, oh. So that was my advice with the humiliation. Yeah, you might, at that moment, you might feel totally humiliated about something or embarrassed about something. But a week, I mean, people have very little memories with some things. I know I do. A week, a year, it's going to be insignificant. It will. So it might be, it seems like the end of the world now, but it's going to be, or in a week, people are going to forget about it. And you're not, and half the time, like, especially in front of the people I talked to or had to present, I never even seen those people but again in my life. So I'm like, why was I nervous talking in front of these people that I've never seen again in my life? That's the best advice I have. Hi, Selva. I'm just thinking of things to be thankful for. You are doing a good job. Please react to Ritik's super dance. I don't follow the rules. I make my own. Terrence will go outside and, no, you ain't Terrence. You better have a mass parade. They're doing the Thanksgiving Day parades, I think, right? This year they're still doing it just all safe, like with masks and stuff. The man who made a nuclear bomb has said that actually he's inspired from Krish. Oh, the Hindu lord. Really? I wonder what kind of inspiration that given him to make the atomic bomb. Or nuclear, well, same thing, right? Nuclear bomb. I'm thankful for Julie Andrews. When I was a kid, I had very special childhood. And her movies were a relief for me when I was a kid. Oh, like The Sound of Music. In India, 400K active cases. In USA, Tejas, you're telling me it's sad, isn't it? I mean, we have so many cases. Like I feel now, like I'm probably like I do. I'm like it's probably chances are I'm gonna, even as safe as I'm being, quarantine myself pretty much for almost a year straight. Kids out of school, virtual school, and there's so many cases around that I'm probably for sure going to come in contact with it, and have a chance of getting it. My sister got COVID, and my brother-in-law, and my niece, with all the cases, it's like, but a vaccine is right around the corner, and I'm be getting it. First, I was like, when I first heard of it, I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to be waiting a while getting a vaccine. I want to see like when it starts, and I ain't going to be a guinea pig. But now I'm like, when's that vaccine coming? I'm like, I want to get that vaccine. And I heard about this vaccine. I read a story because they say it's like, I don't know if they have different ones. Because didn't Russia already have one and start giving it to people? But I think here in the U.S., I know like 2 different companies have already said they have it. And I know at least 2 or 3 have said it, I think. But I know at least 2 of the companies have said it's like a double dose. Like you have to get it and then get another one. I don't even know how much longer, maybe a week, a couple weeks later. But it's like a 2-dose thing. And they're worried because they don't know if like after the first one, they're worried people won't get the second. And it's kind of important to get the second. But they're worried too because they're saying like the side effects. They're like, people need to be warned. And this is people who are on like the trials for it, right? That had gotten it. They're like, people be warned. This has some side effects. And I was like, what? And they were saying, they're like, it has the vaccine that's going to give them people has side effects like almost like mild cases of COVID. Like you'll get a bad headache and fever, chills and body aches and all this. So I'm like, And that's why they might get the first dose. And then that's what they said. They were like, so if you get the second dose is even worse with the side effects. I was like, oh, don't tell people that. Then they're really not going to come for the second. If the first one they get is bad side effects and they have like mild COVID symptoms, and then they really don't want to get a second one. But I'll still get it. That's how much I'm just like, I want normal life back. Like I want to just and not be so anxious, especially the kids. Like I was watching this morning, just a little bit of it. Here I get on my little. This is why I never get caught up with comments. But Taylor Swift has a little documentary thing on Disney Plus. We were talking about Disney Plus, and it's called like Folklore or something, whatever. And it's about the making. And I just watched a little of it this morning. But she was talking about, she made this whole album like during the pandemic and lockdowns and all that. And she was talking about like how COVID or the pandemic and the lockdowns have kind of been like the worst thing and like the best thing. And I was like, how is that? I mean, the worst thing is obvious, right? But she was like, but also has like makes you appreciate, like it gets you back to your roots, right? Oh, I wish I had the exact quote she said, because she's like, it kind of gets you back to the roots and makes you like focus more on the things most important to you and your most love. And I could see that too, because like, especially before COVID, all the traveling and stuff I was doing, you can easily take for granted those things, right? I know some people don't because they might not travel all the time. But when I was traveling all the time and doing all this fun stuff, like even though it's for work, I'd be like, I would like the trips I did right before the lockdowns and COVID hit in March. If I think back, I went to like on a Disney cruise. I went to Disney World. I went to Las Vegas. Like this was all just a month before. Where else? Not Las Vegas. And I went to the premiere of Mulan. I went to LA for the premiere. Like I did all these things like the month. And I remember at the time being like I did one trip and then came home and like I didn't want to do the next. I was like, I've been traveling so much. And I was not appreciating all these opportunities I get and all the traveling things I get to do. But now that I haven't done it, and almost since March or whatever, it makes me appreciate and I look back and I'm like, I'm so thankful I didn't cancel those or whatever and I didn't want to do it. Like I was tired of being away and everything, but I'm so thankful that I just did those and have those memories, because you never know when it's going to stop, right? But it makes you appreciate the things most important to you during this time. That's what we're thankful for. Another thing, Mr. Carius. Paul, hi. I'm so far behind. I don't know if people are still here. Sometimes I say comments that should be hitting as well, so I don't really blame YouTube for hiding. See, they hide comments, and I used to be able to get all my comments. I used to have an option to say just top comments or all comments, and I would put all comments, but now it doesn't even give me an option. I just get top ones. I don't know. The virus tried to come my direction, but I got afraid and went into some rant. Scientists are going to realize my blood is key. He's being ridiculous. Hi, Mohammed. I'm good. Safety official trailer on Disney Plus. I'm getting a screener in that too, and interviewing the people. So I'll have to let y'all know how it is. You must react to the videos of Praveen. He's an Indian YouTuber who tells the heavy secret things of ancient. Oh, I love that kind of stuff, Vicky. May we please not call orange juice OJ, because every time I hear OJ, you do think of OJ Simpson. I do that too. I do it too. Oh, thank you, Paul. Always pray for. Thank you. That means a lot, Paul. Like he showed the statues of women having Android phones and tablets and the ruler other machine stuff. Wonder Woman 1984 is going to HBO Max. Stupid decision. They should have waited till next year. They won't make anything on that film. There should be in theaters. I mean, look at the poster. Look how beautiful that is. On a screen, you know it's going to be beautiful. Plus, I feel like next year, once the vaccine and stuff's come out, if they would have waited next summer, but I don't know why they waited. It's a baffle to me. I was shocked that they did that. Terrence, I was super shocked that they're doing the Disney Plus thing. Super. A temple having this. They must have made a deal though with like HBO. HBO must have paid them a lot of money to put on the Max because they're promoting that Max. Like, and they have a lot of good shows. Like, I'm even tempted, but it's expensive. HBO Max is more expensive than like Netflix, and Netflix has way more. But I'm like, it's like $15 a month for HBO Max. I was like, I pay less for Netflix. Y'all are ridiculous with that. And then you get like Apple TV. That's like $5 a month. Disney, I mean, that's what, 7 or 8. And HBO Max thinks they're gonna come and we're gonna pay $15 for it, more than Netflix. I might pay it for a month just to watch the Wonder Woman. Maybe what, but I'm canceling it right after. A temple having a statue of an astronaut. Oh, I love those kind of history and things like that, Vicky. I think I have a brother that was born in 1984. My sister, oh, she was 83. The copy I have is subtitles. Oh, wait, it is both movies. Really, Pabria? See, why don't they just release that for us? If they have the things with subtitles, you would think they could just release it to us. You know what you have to do, Pabria? Do y'all have like Google Drive? Like, I'm thinking of ways to see this. Pabria, I don't even know if Pabria is still here. But I wonder if you can upload it on the Google Drive. Or they should just, I would buy, like, I don't understand. I will pay for it if they just give me the option. I paid for movies. Let me tell you, Vin Diesel's Bloodshot, $20. I want my money back. It was terrible. But I paid for it. I would pay for that one. I wanted to see Wonder Woman beat Captain Marvel box office. COVID messes up everything. True. What are you drinking? Coffee. My morning coffee. And Nia has so many street foods at different place to place, different places have different kind of street foods. Wherever you come, must react. Oh, I think I've seen some videos of it too. Just of like the street food. Like they had some like street foods in India, and they were like trying all. I've seen some YouTube videos of that, and I love to eat. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be doing that when I go to India, trying all. Yesterday, 60 people attacked NCB drug catching team, but no celebs said anything. No one showed anger. I don't even know what that is. I can't. I'll see. Jeremy's going. I can't. George Floyd. Jeremy. Calm down. He's just saying the same. And then Joseph too. They doing something here. How do I? Wait. I know how to do this. Like mute or hide. Is it hide? Because it'll hide right all the comments. Because that's just like we're all over here. You know, I'm all about. There it is. I'm all about I did the we went and did the Black Lives Matter I'm all about that. I spoke out about it and everything, but that's just spamming. I can't. Even if you came in, I would said it one or even 2 times. I'd be like, right with you, Jeremy. Right with you, Joseph Stein. I'm with power. Yes. But then you start spamming. That's just. That doesn't get anything accomplished. Spamming, they're just going to get on people's nerves. Something I always wonder about SpongeBob. Why are the Krabby Patties made of? Do you think there is... Ew. Now you got me thinking about that. Well, I've had the little Krabby Patty candies. They were gummy-like, so maybe that's what... But he fries them. How can he fry something under the water? Now it got me thinking. And it got me thinking about... I told y'all all I've been watching was movies. And I watched this new movie, which I did not know it was scary, number one. I should do a review of it. Like a video review, because it's called Come Play. Have y'all heard of this? And I just thought it because I should have read better, but it just said something about a little autistic boy. And I have like my first cousin's autistic, so I was like always interested in those kind of things. So I was like, let me watch it. But it was scary. And it made me, because he loved SpongeBob, that's what made me think of it. So if you like scary, I mean, it had a good story. I thought the end was sad. It depressed me. Is pumpkin pie night? Jamie said pumpkin pie night nice for Thanksgiving. So pumpkin pie is kind of the traditional pie people have for Thanksgiving, but I think it's nasty. Oh, I don't like pumpkin stuff. And people always say, right, Fall's here, Thanksgiving, pumpkin spice this and pumpkin spice that. They have pumpkin spice coffees and pumpkin spice cereals. It's everywhere. I think pumpkin spice is nasty. I don't know why people like pumpkin pie or spice. Ugh, it's gross. I don't like it. Amanda, she's a good friend and she supports me. We share bed a few times. She told me we have to keep your This is Tejas. This is the girl you're talking about, Tejas? You sure? Tejas is. What am I saying? Tejas. It's the T's that get me. I think I've done this before. Terrence. I know Tejas wouldn't say that. He wasn't talking about girls sharing the bed. Maybe you should ask her out on a date, Terrence. Sounds like she likes you. But Yano, the whole Bollywood is standing with the Black Lives Matter, which is a good thing, but not even a word of the lynchings in their city. I mean, yeah. Sometimes, though, because, I was very vocal about when the Black Lives Matter stuff, very vocal, like, and all of Breonna Taylor, like when all of them, George Floyd, they got, and then, then with the election stuff, I was very vocal. But sometimes it's just like, almost, it's sad because you want to always be behind something that's right and speak your voice when something happens, or something that you feel is injustice happens and you want to speak out against. But it's also you have to pick your battles, which I'm not saying it's not, Vicky. I'm not trying to say, they shouldn't have, because that was in their own city. They should have spoke out, right? But sometimes, like, it's just overwhelming. If you fight about everything, you'll always be fighting for something, right? Like, when are you gonna have time to relax, or you'll be fighting every second of your life, standing up for something. It's just so much that you really. I feel like it's tough. When I don't know how what activists do it. Always out there protesting something, but usually they pick like one topic, right? Like there's Black Lives Matter. They stand behind that. Or a lot of people I see on the Twitter with the political stuff, they'll always post about that. Me, I have a lot of, and whatever I read, if I get fired up, that's what I post what's on my mind. That's what I do, and I don't always have a one focus thing, So I'm just saying, even though it's in their own city, I mean, I wouldn't understand why they didn't talk about that. But I can see like it become overwhelming, just every little thing that happens, and it become depressing. When you're going to react to Hrithik Roshan, I know I need to do more. But it's the holidays and stuff. I haven't been reacting too much. I don't know what it is. I need to. There's Jack Jack, I'm with you. But Jack didn't spam the feed like the other. I shouldn't do Jack that. That 2 is good, Jack. And we're behind you. This is right here. This is a Black Lives Matter crowd right here. Who are you gonna thank in Thanksgiving Day? I mean, I think I have. It's hard because I have a list of people to thank. Some people during Thanksgiving they'll like take 30 days of thanks, and each day they'll post something new. I've seen that on the social media. The thing they're thankful for, like all year. There's just so many things to be thankful for. Don't Steal Whitney Houston's Fire, that movie, The Assassinate Bodyguard was. I liked it. I love me some Whitney Houston. Did you know 50% of Bollywood songs are stolen from around the world? Like that, like people steal the Bollywood songs, or they steal the Bollywood songs and use for them. I didn't know this. That's probably why they always get mad at me and trying to give me crappy strikes when I'm like, I'm not trying to steal it. I'm just giving appreciation. That's probably why I get copy strikes, because they're mad at people always trying to steal stuff. Give me Black Widow some Amazons. I meant to say The Bodyguard. I know what you meant. What did Terrence say? Mr. Curious, if they made a movie about me, it would turn into a franchise. Ken and Terrence would get along, would they not? They can make cameos for each other. That's why. And me, I love messing with y'all too much. And I love the ones that have confidence that I know I could mess with them and they don't get upset, right? That's the kind of people I can joke with easily because I'm the same way. You can mess with me and it flies right off. But it's the confidence. I can see it. I'm playing my PlayStation 5. I got two of them in there. We still haven't opened them because they're Christmas gifts. But I heard, speaking of the PlayStation 5, that they have like some people are like, oh, they're hiding some in the store. But like PlayStation announced that every single one made, there's none in reserve. Like they're sold, right? They're like every single one. There's nothing in the warehouse, nothing. The ones we made are out and have sold. And I guess they're trying to make some more. I don't know how long that takes, but I heard it. And I saw on eBay, they're like selling for thousands and thousands. I even was like, because we had to get two. My son for Christmas and Greg wanted one for Christmas. So but I was like, Greg, maybe we should, because what did you pay $500 for it? And it was selling like 2,000-3,000 up on the eBay. I was like, maybe we should sell one. No, that's not right. To try, I don't like to when you see all those people try to upcharge and sell. It's not right. But it's Christmas time. Like it's a rough economy if people have that much to spend. The rough economy. Whitney Houston came up with a song for the movie that was kind of fits to the occasion. Which one did she sing for The Bodyguard? Was it I Will Always Love You? No. If that was the one for The Bodyguard, because that was like a Dolly Parton song, I think. I Will Always Love You, and Whitney Houston remade it. Black Friday, can't wait, Christmas. They're already starting the deals here, but most of it's going to be online, which is good. Which makes me wonder, would you make a soundtrack of your own movies, Amanda? Which reminds me, Mr. Carries, have you gotten on writing these scripts? Because then we can start thinking about the soundtrack when you write my part. I'm counting on you for this, Mr. Carey. Like, you're my ticket to Hollywood right here, or at least into the movies. I can go and be your dick, but I think Mr. Carey, I'm banking on you to be my ticket. So you better get to writing these screenplays. Namaste, Raishi. Hot Star in India having a big loss due to boycotts of movies nowadays, and for two reasons: national reasons and because of heavy vocabulary. I wanted to talk about something with you, and it was trending on. I don't know if it's still on here. Is it still on here? But I read on Twitter, because that's where I get my news, that they had a big thing in India with some. Oh, it's not on here. What was the movie, like the something boy or? And all right, but y'all might know if I say it. It's because they had a kissing scene and like a temple. Do y'all know what it is? Anyway, I saw it was getting all kind of flack. And I was like, because whenever I see some Indian news, especially on the Twitter, I'm like, oh, what's that? What's happening in my plate? My India. What's happening in my India? So I was like, and then I saw it was some movie. Oh, did y'all say it? No. But it was it was all kind of news, and they were saying it's because, and from what I picked up, it was from, I think that's what it was, and it was maybe a kissing, and I don't even know if it's a kissing scene. Did they say something about maybe two different religions, and then they kissed in the temple? Prabria's still here. He probably knows. That wasn't the name of it. Catamaran. I don't know what it was called something else. It was like, I can't remember nothing these days. I don't. And my memory's terrible. Disney has been making some whack movies recently. They just spitting out duds. I feel like that's everywhere, though. I'd rather dip my face. Like Netflix, too. They're coming out, like they're releasing some of these and movie after movie every week, this new stuff. And I feel like it's because they know everybody's home and streaming. But I feel, so they're trying to get all this new stuff because that's the only place we can watch movies. But I think they're just picking garbage off the shelves, I feel like, half the time. Like, oh, let's pick this and this. Like, it was just sitting on the shelves for years, and they're like, let's release it because we need more stuff. I feel like that's everywhere. Nobody still knew. Oh, wait, he said that's the movie. Maybe, though, it translated into something different, Pabria. Because when I saw it on the Twitter, it was something else. They called it something else, but it might have been like a translation of that. What does that translate to? I believe you, though. What does that translate to though? But that was I had read about that and I was trying to understand what everything was. I'll have to come back. All right, let me cut. Am I caught up on? Am I close? Soul didn't have. Oh, wait. Onward was. Am I real far behind? Where am I at on these comments? That's the thing about getting far behind on this too, is that I lose my place. It makes me lose it all the time. And y'all know I like to read the comments and see what y'all have been saying. Oh, I'm real far behind. I'm real far behind. Oh my goodness. Oh, what? Oh, I'm just y'all gonna. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go fast. I'm like halfway. Y'all chatty today. Y'all are right there. Oh, soul. Oh, soul out. Onward. Soul loop. Onward was cool. Is any books about Thanksgiving of the history? I don't know if there's any that I can think of worth reading about Thanksgiving the history. I mean, they tell us in school, they're like, oh, the pilgrims came and they landed on the Plymouth Rock, and then they all made friends with the Indians and they had a big Thanksgiving feast together. That's what they try to tell us. We know that's lies. We know that's not what happened. I don't think I've seen the movie Onward. Oh, you haven't seen it? It's really good. No more Home Alone films. Hey, Kavari. What you gonna do on Thanksgiving Day? Eat and watch football. That's what usually we do. Does anybody have a ranch? Does anybody have a ranch about YouTube unsubscribing them without telling them? Oh, I don't. Do they usually tell you when people unsubscribe? I didn't. You can worship God. I want humans to die. It doesn't look like God cares. He's too busy going on a spa. I mean, don't you know, Terrence? Free will. That's why we got free will. But this is just when you die, your soul lives on forever. I believe in God. I mean, some people don't, and that's what their things. I feel like it might be hard sometimes to believe. I don't need to get them rant. I need to catch up with my chats. Are y'all gonna get me on these rants, and then I'm gonna be even far behind? Hi, Mohammed. On this note about God, please watch Akshay Kumar. It's about God feeling that she not being with humans. Really? Y'all gotta remind me of this stuff later because I don't even have a pen around to write it down. We'll eat a lot of food and work out. I think Amanda C. Terrence only Thanksgiving. Blue Akshay. No, Akshay said he used to go to Vanish Devi temple for every 6 months to spend lots of money, but if he give that money to somebody needy and get God blessing, oh, it would be nice. True. A lot of people give money to the churches, and what do they use it for, right? Like they have a lot of. I'm just saying, the church they have a lot of gold stuff. They got a lot of gold around. How old are you? 70 years. I'm not 70. Mohammed, 44. I just turned 44, so it's like my new thing. I'm double digit 4. Man, you're so slow. Understand what, Vicky? Why are you trying to put blame on me? Maybe I'm trying to decipher sometimes with you, because like a lot of times you'll leave letters out. Don't get on me, Vicky. Don't get on me about being slow. Uh-oh, and my computer's about to die. But I'm not done talking. Let me go get my